Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived a pretty girl named Sarah. She was 20 years old. Sarah had blue eyes and golden hair. Her family was poor, but they were happy. They lived in a small house and cared for each other. Sarah loved reading books and dreamed of a better life. One day she went to the village market. There she met a boy named David. David was tall and handsome. He had dark hair and a kind smile. David came from a rich family. His parents owned a big house and a lot of land. Sarah and David became friends. They talked and laughed a lot. They liked to walk in the fields and by the river. David told Sarah about his dreams. Sarah shared her hopes with David. They felt very close to each other. One day David said to Sarah, "I love you, Sarah. Will you marry me?" Sarah was very happy. She said, "Yes, David, I love you too." They hugged and dreamed about their future together. But there was a problem. David's parents did not like Sarah. They thought she was not good enough because she was poor. David's mother said, "David, you cannot marry Sarah. She is not from a rich family." David's father agreed. "Yes, you need to find someone from a rich family." David was sad. He loved Sarah and did not want to leave her. He told his parents, "I love Sarah. She is kind and good. Money does not matter." But his parents did not listen. They said, "If you marry Sarah, we will not help you." Sarah knew about the problem. She was very sad. She loved David, but she did not want to cause problems for him. She told David, "Maybe it is better if we do not marry. I do not want to make your life hard." David said, "No, Sarah, I will always love you. We will find a way." Days passed, and David tried to convince his parents, but they did not change their minds. Sarah's family also knew about the problem. They were worried about Sarah. Her mother said, "Sarah, we love you. We want you to be happy, but maybe it is better to let David go." Sarah cried many nights. She did not know what to do. She loved David but did not want to hurt him. One day she decided to talk to David. She said, "David, I love you, but I think it is better if we do not marry. Your parents will never accept me. I do not want to make your life hard." David was heartbroken. He said, "Sarah, I cannot live without you, but I understand. I will always love you." They hugged and cried. They knew their love was strong, but life was against them. Sarah and David decided to stay friends. They promised to always support each other, but their hearts were broken. They knew they could never be together. Sarah continued to live with her family. She worked hard and helped them. David also went on with his life, but he always remembered Sarah. Years passed, and Sarah and David still loved each other. They never forgot their love. They knew that love alone was not enough. Life taught them hard lessons, but they always kept their love in their hearts. Sarah worked in the village. She helped her family and neighbors. She was kind to everyone. People in the village loved her. They knew she had a good heart. David also worked hard. He helped his family with their business. He was kind and fair to everyone. One day, Sarah's father got very sick. Sarah was very worried. She took care of him day and night. She prayed for him to get better. David heard about Sarah's father. He wanted to help. He went to see Sarah. He said, "Sarah, I am sorry to hear about your father. Can I help you?" Sarah was touched by David's kindness. She said, "Thank you, David. Your support means a lot to me." David brought medicine and food for Sarah's family. He visited them often. Sarah's father slowly got better. Sarah was very grateful to David. She said, "David, you have a big heart. Thank you for helping us." David smiled and said, "Sarah, I will always be here for you." Sarah and David spent more time together. They talked about their dreams and hopes. They knew they still loved each other, but they also knew David's parents would never accept their love. They decided to stay friends and support each other. One day, David had to go to the city for work. He told Sarah, "I have to leave for a while, but I will write to you." Sarah was sad but understood. She said, "I will miss you, David. Please take care." David hugged Sarah and said, "I will miss you too. I will come back soon." David went to the city. He worked hard and learned many new things. He wrote letters to Sarah. He told her about his life in the city. Sarah wrote back to David. She told him about her life in the village. They shared their thoughts and feelings through letters. Time passed, and David became successful in his work. He saved money and helped his family, but he never forgot Sarah. He still loved her and thought about her every day. Sarah also thought about David. She missed him but was happy to hear about his success. One day, David decided to visit the village. He wanted to see Sarah. He went to her house and knocked on the door. Sarah opened the door and was surprised to see David. She said, "David, you are back." David smiled and said, "Yes, Sarah, I missed you." They talked for a long time. David told Sarah about his life in the city. Sarah told David about her life in the village. They laughed and shared their memories. David said, "Sarah, I still love you. I want to be with you." Sarah was happy but worried. She said, "David, I love you too, but what about your parents?" David said, "I have saved money. Can support us. I don't need my parents' approval anymore." Sarah was touched by David's determination. She said, "David, I am proud of you, but I don't want to cause problems for you." David replied, "Sarah, you are my happiness. I want to be with you." Sarah and David decided to be together. They knew it would not be easy, but they were ready to face the challenges. They got married in a small ceremony with their friends and family. Sarah's family was very happy for her. They knew David was a good man. David's parents were not happy about the marriage. They did not attend the ceremony, but David and Sarah did not let that stop them. They loved each other and were determined to make their life together work. Sarah and David moved to the city. They started a new life together. They worked hard and supported each other. They faced many challenges, but their love kept them strong. They knew that as long as they had each other, they could overcome anything. Years passed, and Sarah and David built a happy life together. They had children and taught them the values of love and kindness. They never forgot their journey and the challenges they faced. They knew that true love is strong and can overcome any obstacle. Sarah and David grew old together. They looked back on their life with happiness and pride. They knew that their love had made them better people. They were grateful for each other and the life they had built together. And so, Sarah and David lived happily ever after, always cherishing the love they shared. They knew that true love never dies, and they found peace in the knowledge that their love had made their lives meaningful and beautiful.